Alright, before I go into this video, let me get you caught up to speed who Doraemon is. Doraemon is a blue Japanese robot cat who was born in the 22nd century to travel back in time to help this little brat named Nobi. So that's all I can say right now. Now let's go to the main video. You have just been born in a factory in the 22nd century, and while you're getting older, you get electrocuted and ends up falling off a conveyor belt. Talk about Gordon Ramsay! You were about to fall into a pit of lava, but then a pink cat saves you. Then end up falling in love with the pink robot cat, and you're starting to get addicted with it. A few days later, you have to take classes, but if you're Doraemon, well, I'll say this: you fail horribly and miserably, get yourself electrocuted. All your training all seems to fail. And you are such a strong eater. The mad professor, or whoever it is, tries to tell you you're going to be thrown into an incinerator. Hopefully I said that right. The mad professor, whoever he is, tries to put your life into risk again. You are then thrown into your classroom with a bunch of dumb robots, especially that one. Which is even creepier than that one baby who in Arthur that stares right into your soul. It turns out you were put into a chaotic classroom with a bunch of bullies and a little beep. Sorry for that. You see your crush again, and it starts coming right into you and hugging you, and it turns out your girlfriend. And he's so close. Wow. Every 5 minutes, you get bullied by these two. They look uglier than ever. Which is funny because they're more uglier than this Funko Pop, aka Thomas Daly. Funny enough. And some true things happen to you, whether it's been bullied and being loved by children. And being, whatever the word you call it, being a bit of a clumsy. You know what I'm on about. When it's the day of your talent show, you end up failing miserably, get all your things wrong, and get struck by lightning and, being an idiot. You end up failing miserably until one kid named Sobi decides to choose you. You turned out to be the animal version of Joe Frost. You then asked Sobi's parents if you could stay here, and you end up staying here. You end up playing with the kid, and the kid somehow turns into a spoiled brat. Also, why are you not paying attention to the mini games? What is that drawing? Oh, that's disgusting. You get a robot mouse to fix Doraemon's ears. The clay version. I said it wrong. The robot mouse decides to eat Doraemon's your ears and you start losing your absolute damn mind. The robot doctor gets you all swollen and you end up getting cooked. Your girlfriend robot cat comes over and she sees you completely earless. You stepped in your girlfriend because she laughs at you because you don't have any ears. Which is even worse for losing your girlfriend in debt because you spat in the playground like Thomas Daly here. Your life is a depressing robot cat and you decide to make yourself happy. You end up drinking the wrong one and then you end up getting more upset and you end up crying like Ladybird Lou or Snugs if they win a crying battle. You end up meeting your little sister and it turns out she's a nanny robot, just like Super Nanny. Never mind. You drink the wrong drink again and you end up running all over the place like a little Luna, you know what I'm on about. Sobi ends up getting stuck in a hand, and then you end up rescuing Sobi. You finally get thanked by your BFF Sobi, like getting hugged, and etc. You're then sent into the present where you have to help a boy named Nobi. The worst part's not over though. Turns out you were acted like a little slave, being forced to do homework, being cried on the past few years, and even being hit in the head like a circus monkey. Just like Megan Cook hitting her prey. You take Nobi on some time traveling adventures and he never gives you a thank you. Proves how much of a spoiled brat he is. Eh? A few months later, after you help Nobi, you have to tell him that it's time for you to return to the future. I'm sure Nobi handles this in the most calmest way possible, which it turns out he doesn't. Later at night time, it's time for you to go back and you wish him a last goodbye. A few days later, the people who worked on you say it's okay for you to go back to the prison, and of course you are together again. But that's not the ending. A few years later, your batteries slowly die and you are dead. Your BAF, Nobi, ends up being a big grown-up boy. And when you try to put Doraemon back to life, he ends up being reborn. See what I mean? And that's the reason why it sucks to be born as Doraemon. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.